On your marks, get set, go.
On road or off road, this baby will get me anywhere I choose to go.
And many of us have chosen a life in the sun.
Love Spain!
Definitely the best place in the world.
But whether we've chosen the Costa del Sol or Costa Blanca,
we're all here together, having a good time.
You can bet your bottom dollar
It's all about the money.
you've got to break a sweat to make ends meet.
Literally every penny I've got's in it. It has to work.
But you get twice the life for half the price.
Champagne taste on a lemonade income.
And that's why there will always be...
Canny price, heartfelt. Party animal.
In
The heat.
otherwise known as bargain-loving Brits in the sun. Coming up, Yorkshireman John is hoping to make some extra cash on his day off
I'd sell my grandma if I could get any money for her.
without getting blown away at the market.
Whoa, here we go.
Ex-paralegal Mags is hoping to fill her pockets
And that's how it's done.
with a pool competition to raise money for a bar extension.
It's looking good for the Queen.
And Jane is getting up close and personal
He's probably the most kissed donkey in the sanctuary.
in more ways than one.
We're going to go and collect some food.
Everything on here, 50 cents each.
Us Brits love a bargain.
I love a bargain, of course I do. That's why I come here. Because I'm British and we're tight.
And what better place
Any old rag, bone and lumber.
to get yourself a deal
I have a bag with bargains, you see?
than at the market?
Anybody can sell anything on a car boot.
55-year-old Yorkshireman John Hamill is a market enthusiast.
Look at this little beauty I've just found. An old Swiss Army knife. Someone will snap that up for a tenner.
He owns La Paragold Fish and Chip Shop,
Right, we're all ready. Let 'em in.
where he batters fish 6 days a week.
I'm knackered already.
And here he is at dawn on the 7th day, making a few extra quid at the Benidorm market on the Costa del Sol.
Takes me a good 2 hours now to set up my tables, get everything out of the bags and boxes, and see what we can sell. Any old tat. My grandfather was a rag and bone man, so we grew up, and this is the sort of thing that we did when we were kids, and it's just followed me. I've just carried on doing it. It's in the blood, so to speak. Anything, you can sell anything you want, new or old, and it's just a car boot sale, flea market. A couple of €100 on an average market for me is a good day. Anything under 100, I always feel is a bad day.
John is all about the brass, but has a heart of gold.
It's an extra little bit of money as well to help the family along, take us out for a dinner on our day off. The restaurant's a 6-day, it's a full-time job. I spend 100 hours a week in there. What you put in is what you get out. So many people lose all their money, laid in bed all day.
Yeah, John, but they do get a lie in.
Bloody hell, this wind's not good. Wind is worse than the rain. Whoa, here we go. Wind is never good for the markets when you've got flimsy tables and cheap things. You do have breakages.
Fish and chip shop owner John seems to be getting a battering of a different kind on his day off.
Got a very nice hand-carved giraffe here, and it's just gone over and broken the head off it. So a little bit of super glue, and next week that'll be back on the market stock. Oh, I've broken a picture there in the wind. The wind now has cracked this. That's another down the pan. Another with the wind. The parrot's beak's being chipped off now because these are only plywood. That's 3 losses this morning. Look. It's getting worse, this wind.
Will John's day off, making extra money from his market hobby, end up being a breeze? Or will his stock literally be gone with the wind?
I've broke 4 things already.
Smashing John. Also in Benidorm, 58-year-old Margaret McKenemy was a paralegal back in Scotland, but was called to a different kind of bar.
If you have a dream, you can make it happen in real life.
after 16 years of life in Spain.
9 shots, Lisa, please.
2 years ago, Mags bought her own bar in Benidorm.
I'm normally in the bar for about 11, half 11 in the morning, and that's me there till closing. All my money is going back into the bar and building it up. I won't really spend on myself. I will just put it all back into the business.
But when she's not hard at work grafting,
I love the house where I live and being my own boss.
she's at home enjoying the fruits of her labours.
This is my lovely orange tree, and from my bedroom window I can pick an orange out there as well. I've actually got a Z bed that folds down with a mattress that thick because I like my creature comforts when I'm sunbathing. And this is the favourite part of my house, is my gorgeous garden and my swimming pool. And I don't think you'll have one of them in the UK, so you might be a wee bit jealous now.
Mags always has a savvy plan when it comes to business.
When I got the bar last year, there was a lot of work needing done to it. I have a couple of friends that did it really cheap for me. I fed them, they had free drinks.
But the last couple of years have been tough.
No bar has taken any money. It has been a real struggle. But now, over the past month or so, we're starting to see holidaymakers come back and hanging on in there.
And now she's got a big idea for how to boost her income and grow her business.
My aim is to try and get the bar next door and knock this wall down right through and make it twice the size it actually is now. So that would be absolutely fantastic if I could get that done, so that I'll be the biggest bar around the area.
The new space is going to cost a fair few €1,000.
To get the bar next door and do it all up, probably about £5,000. And it's a shell, so it wouldn't take much to do it up. And I know so many people here that do jobs for me for free. It's all about who you know.
Today, Mags is trying out a new promotion at the bar to raise that money.
I'm starting to bring in more promotions to invite people into the bar.
Good choice, whoever recommended that.
Many of us find ourselves courting in the Costas.
I just love being out in the sun with the man that I love, doing something that I enjoy.
But if you're not familiar with romance in foreign climes...
Here we are.
This where it all happens, the TV.
Don't say that, that's rude.
Yeah, keep it clean, Wacker. Never fear, here are our bargain-loving tips in the sun to love in the sun.
Hopefully I'm onto a winner.
That's me.
First up, why not show how much you care by christening your beloved with a pet name?
I couldn't live without my dishwasher. No, not that one. This one.
I think Des calls Wayne his tumble dryer. Carol's game for late-night fun in the boudoir.
When I get my iPad, I plug it in there and I prop it here and I play games until I fall asleep.
She's got a Candy Crush on you, Wacker.
I'm lucky to have you.
Oh, thank you. And I'm lucky to have you.
Ta-da!
Remember to always make an effort.
I think the hairy legs really said it all.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
And most of all,
Cheers.
make time for each other every single day.
Thank you. I love you too.
From caravans
Welcome to our home.
to villas,
It's quite a big villa.
having a home in the sun is many people's dream.
Sorry, I didn't mean to spill it.
Including Dave and Sue, who moved to Spain 4 years ago with their sons Tom and James.
Bloody
Like thousands of Brits in Spain, they run a restaurant. Theirs serves good old British grub.
2 roast chicken. Make these first.
You may remember them when they bought a new home a year ago
love it. I like it.
that needed a lot of work.
I like it. I really like it. Yeah, I can live here.
Yeah.
And today they live in it and love it.
Come in.
Welcome to Coeen.
Now we've bought a house, that's it. We're here for good.
Cost of living here on the mortgage is less than what we were paying for the rent in Fundraising. Keep your costs down, then obviously you've got a better chance of staying here and being able to continue what you're doing. That's a big part of the decision.
This is our roof terrace. When we first looked at the house, there was a rather large gnome standing here.
See? Welcome gnome. Unfortunately, after we'd bought the house, it'd gone.
Previous owners presumably took it with them.
Or he was gnome wrapped. I don't know.
Dave's got a new house, but apparently no new jokes.
And friends very kindly bought us a little gnome to replace it.
So we can feel at home.
So we can feel at home, yeah.
But this gnome was in need of a makeover.
We've taken a lot of stuff off the walls. We've taken all the old furniture out.
They have a mortgage and home renovations to pay for, so Dave has DIY to finish up this morning.
This is what we've lived for all our life.
Before they can open up the restaurant in a couple of hours.
No, it's not finished yet. You had to have a complete rewire.
It looks worse now than it did 12 months ago because it was actually nicely decorated.
Ooh, I bet that sparked up an argument.
As far as the decorations, no, I'm not getting anyone to put paint on the wall. Do it with my eyes closed.
I'm not sure Sue would want you doing that, Dave.
Rather than replaster, which would be rather expensive, I've decided to wallpaper and paint over the wallpaper. So the first thing I need to do is to measure the wallpaper. I've been doing it for many, many years. And you can't put it on upside down, can you?
Let's hope not, Dave.
If this doesn't work, I'll be pasting the wallpaper.
We're only doing from this corner round to the archway.
It seems like quite a big job to be getting done before work.
Oh, I haven't cut it long enough.
Oh, it's joking.
I've basically cocked up. Hold at the end of this, please, sweetheart.
It looks like those wallpaper skills were rustier than you remembered, Dave.
Sorted.
Excellent, eh?
With a lacklustre 2 bits of paper on the wall, Dave and Sue need to get ready for their restaurant's busiest day of the week. It's mid-morning, and up in the hills above the Costa del Sol in Mijas, another demanding set of customers are waiting for their next meal.
They're wondering where the food is.
There are thousands of donkeys in Spain, but many need the support of rescue centres to survive.
So, as you can probably hear by the noise, they're going to now have their lunch.
56-year-old Jane volunteers at Donkey Dreamland.
So, in this paddock, we have Rita, Venus,
A sanctuary for overworked, ill-treated and abandoned donkeys.
Esperanza, who is actually Luth's mum. He's our baby. So they're all 3 females and they're all 3 mamas. So they've all been mummies. So they actually bond quite well together. Them 3 are like the First Wives Club. This is Pepe. He's actually our oldest donkey here at Donkey Dreamland. They think he's around 24. Pepe started his life off in Western films, so he was a little bit of a superstar.
Hoofograph opportunity here.
I sort of nicknamed him Hugh Hefner because he's got so many girlfriends.
He's a very handsome ass.
He's probably the most kissed donkey in the sanctuary. Everybody kisses him every morning.
Hugh wouldn't like that.
I think he suits the name Hugh Hefner really well.
Hugh Hoofner, we salute you. Jane turned her life upside down to move to Spain.
I bought a house over here and was going to initially just use it as a holiday home. But in 2015, I got diagnosed with grade 3 breast cancer. After a year of hard treatment and operations, etc., me and my husband said, let's just do this, because if we don't do it now, we don't know if, if it would come back. I can honestly say I am living the dream.
But Jane's donkey dreams come at a price.
This costs us around €4,000 a month. The veterinary, which is a huge cost as well, it's a big proportion of that. And then you have the farrier, the actual maintenance of the actual land, and the land itself, the rent on the land as well. So it is a huge cost.
And they've come up with an unlikely solution.
Manure, that's a good cash raiser for us. Poo is free to us, we collect it every day.
Poo? Now that's a done good plan. And today they're gathering volunteers and poo to get ready for collection this afternoon.
We use it for our own area to grow vegetables, obviously as manure, and we also pass it on to traders who come down to take the poo for their organic growing. This is just our small poo pile. This is our big poo pile. So we'll be collecting some poo now, and we will get it all bagged up.
In exchange for the poo, the local farmers give the donkey sanctuary fruit and veg that they can use to feed the donkeys.
So it's got a huge value, but obviously we did collect tons of the stuff.
Rather you than me, Jane. Good on you.
It's a very dirty job and it's a very smelly job.
But Jane knows every shovelful gets them closer to today's target.
So all this stuff now goes onto our poo pile.
Well, you better get your poop together. Or it might hit the fan, if there's not enough by collection time.
It's a big cost to run Donkey Dreamland, so it's a very much hands-on operation.
Meanwhile, back on the coast, on his only day off, chip shop owner John has been having a smashing time setting up his market stall.
Whoa, broken the head off it. I've broke 4 things already.
And it doesn't look like the wind is letting up.
The wind's blown something else over. Be careful, see, it's getting stronger. Everything's blowing from one store to the next store. He's getting free stock.
Johnny's flying away and everything. Right, crazy, mate.
And if the wind isn't bad enough, who'd have thought of this?
There's a swarm of wasps or hornets hanging around. They're everywhere. I think they've come down low because the weather, the wind is so strong, they can't fly in this weather. I don't know. I'm not a wasp.
Neither am I. Watch out, John, they'll want a free bee. John's raising money today to pay for a slap-up family dinner later.
Yes, I've almost set up now. Because of the wind and the weather conditions, there's a lot more that I could have out, but glasses, I've got glasses, crystal glasses, but the wind will just blow everything over. Where there's muck, there's brass.
And John knows the best way to barter for that brass.
You can't really be pushy. That's why when people are looking and they ask, I tend to walk away as if I'm busy and doing something so they can ponder. I give them a price, say €10, and they might come back and say, well, I can give you 5, and that's when we haggle.
But making money's easier when he's flogging freebies.
If I've been given something, like a nice pair of shoes here from my next door neighbour that she was going to throw in the bin, I'll just, any profit on that. Yeah, I'd like to see the customers walking away with a real bargain, looking happy.
And what better way to make money than selling bargains?
Salmon knife and fork. I was asking €5, she offered €4. I got them given for free, so it's €4, 100% profit. That's what I like, that word, profit. One regular customer's just bought all these box sets, DVDs off me. €5, give them time to have a look. So I've just made another couple of sales there. I've sold a lamp and I've sold 2 wooden teddy bears similar to this. We've probably made sales of about €30, €40. I lose count. I do have a little totty up every now and then when we get time.
With John's market up and running, will he sell more rag and bone? Or will he be disappointed when it's time to go home?
Now these breakages obviously eating into the profit, being a bit of a tight ass like me, but never mind. Keep smiling and carry on.
"360,000 Brits have made their home in Spain, but not all choose bricks and mortar.
Hello, and welcome to our gorgeous little home in Spain.
Like Jane, who loves her Bohemian caravan in Axaquaya.
I was very lucky to get my full teacher's pension at 60, and we decided that we'd buy a motorhome. We just got here and completely fell in love with it. Perfect place to live. Paradise on earth.
Let's see your slice of heaven, Jane.
This is the awning part, which tends to get used for relaxing in an evening.
Very zen.
Our favourite bit is our little cosy area with our fabulous elephant table. I think we must have a thing about elephants, because there's loads of them everywhere. My favourite, the Indian one.
There's only one problem with living in the Spanish countryside.
That is our little incense stick holder, which we have on. It's good at keeping the mosquitoes away.
Ooh, those mozzies can be pesky.
They can be, but I'm getting a good backhand with a fly swat. We collect them now in a little glass jar. We've got lizards that will come and sit on your feet and they'll eat them off.
No flies on you, then.
We'd always decided that we wanted to get a motorbike to go on the back. Done 12,000 kilometres now, so we've used it quite a lot. I just love life here. You get up in the morning, you walk out, you see this, and you just think, yes. OK, lovely to meet you guys, but I'm sorry, I'm in desperate need of a cup of tea with all that talking. I'll see you later.
Ta-ra! Back down in Benidorm, Mags is gearing up for another day selling shots in her tequila bar.
Well, who needs a gym when you've got a job like me, setting up all these tables? And that's the terrace set up in 5 minutes, and now we're open.
And Mags has come up with a great way to get the party started and boost the cash flow.
You can have a pint and a shot to make them feel welcome, basically, to tequila. I'll do shot o'clock. So maybe once an hour, I'll go, right, shot o'clock, and I'll give out my customers a free shot.
And possibly a free headache.
Cheers.
But in order to raise the money, she needs to double the size of her bar. She needs the punters buying more shots. So she's going back to her roots.
This is my claim to fame in Spain, or my trophies for playing pool, because absolutely I love playing pool.
Mag's love for the game came early.
My dad taught me how to play pool when I was about 11 years old. And it was always our thing, and it got to a stage where he couldn't beat me. But when he did manage to beat me, he would do a wee happy dance round my pool table. He's passed away now, he's passed away 11 years, but it was always our thing. I was a daddy's girl, and it was playing pool and telling jokes to each other. Sorry. 11 years, you still don't forget.
Thanks to her pop, Mags is practically a pro at playing pool.
And that was.
Her plan is simple. A shot for a pot. Pay for a drink and a chance to take on a pool-playing legend.
Over the years, it's got really good because it used to be, oh, I'm playing a female. Now it went to, I'm playing Mags. And now it's, oh no, I'm playing Mags. So it's quite an ego boost to me.
Mags is banking on her pool promo to put more cash in her pockets.
But I do tend to give it, oh, I'm the winner, I'm the champion.
Over in Fuengirola, it's lunchtime.
It's all in the wrist action.
Dave and Sue have spent the morning unsuccessfully decorating their home.
Oh, I haven't cut it long enough.
Oh, Stu.
Now they're back at their restaurant and hoping for a more successful and profitable afternoon to pay for Dave's DIY dough.
The Brits like me roast no matter what the temperature.
Got 11 booked. Hope for some walk-ins.
They've run the restaurant since their move to Spain 4 years ago.
This is pretty much how we bought it. We weren't even going to do food, were we?
No.
When we came, we thought we were having a bar, and then you decided to...
I can do that.
He stepped up.
Just small steps, eh, Dave?
It's a tight kitchen, but it's great because everything's to hand, and it's just me in here.
Even with a small kitchen, they're hoping for a large turnout today.
If you do 20, that would be a good day.
With a mortgage and renovations to pay for, Dave and Sue are doing everything they can to bring in the punters.
We try and make everything fresh on the day, so we get in early.
Because of all the preparation that needs to be done. Like the Yorkshire puddings, of course, which Sue makes.
OK, Stephen.
Oh, I love a Yorkshire, me. And so do you, as over 1.3 billion roasts are eaten each week. That's a lot of Yorkies.
Sue is quite famous for, actually. Gets compliments about them. We don't do Aunt Bessie. We
No.
don't do that.
No pressure for them to come out right.
And today, Dave's debuting his secret cash-generating weapon.
Homemade Scotch eggs. I'm going to prepare some others. These have been cooked and put in the fridge. I hate shelling eggs. I'd rather crack them and put them in a frying pan. In goes the egg. Make sure there's no holes in it for when it's cooking. And then they go to the fryer, 3 or 4 minutes. And there, easy peasy.
Well, I definitely would. Now they just need Sue's Yorkshires to rise to the occasion.
Oh, Yorkshires. That's why we got the kitchen timers. Hear them outside.
Drum roll, please.
It takes a bit of effort. We're not finished yet, but we start opening the front.
The restaurant is open, but after all their hard work prepping, they still only have 4 tables booked. Will Dave's Scotch eggs or Sue's Yorkies be able to pull in more punters to hit their 20-seat target to help pay for more home DIY?
I've had enough.
Back at Benidorm Market, fish and chip shop owner John's sales have been far from a breeze.
We'll have a smashing time.
This isn't even John's day job, but he's looking to make enough today to treat the family to a slap-up restaurant dinner.
We've probably taken €50 before 9 o'clock, and we've still got 10 till 1 is the peak time. So we've 3 good hours to double the money, try to get rich. The 50 cents table's going well. I've never done that before, but I've sold more off that than I have on the fine arts and crafts. Tat, in other words.
And the punters are now coming thick and fast.
I've just sold a whiskey jug or a beer jug there. People buy these for the bars and the businesses, restaurants, €5. But one of my friends that had a bar, she gave me that for free, so it's 100% profit again. Just sold a Swiss Army knife, €8, very, very cheap. I've sold about 15 items already. Okay, it's all mounting up now, slowly, slowly, catches more than the monkey. Gracias. The banter and a bag of rice for a pig is part of the deal.
A bag of rice for a pig? That's a new one, even for me, John.
We're about halfway now. I reckon 100's always my target. On a good day, 200. On a poor day, 50, €60. We're at €60 now, and we've got 3 good hours left.
John's on a roll, and there's plenty more stock if he needs it.
Still got boxes that I've not put out yet, and every time I sell something, we're just replenishing all the time. And the money's creeping up about €70 now. I'm drinking the yoghurt because last week I had a whole bag of cutlery, but I've sold it, so I've no spoons left. I'd sell my grandma if I could get any money for her.
I don't doubt it, John.
You buy everything.
I like it when he's on market because we do have a good laugh.
You and me both, Steve.
Muy bien. They were a 5 for the 2 as well.
Very good.
Okay, cinco más.
I've been coming here about 6 years now to this market.
€3. Very much a bargain.
You need that bit of cheap stuff,
yeah,
and it pays off.
Sound advice, Steve.
Danada.
Very good.
I've just had a late rush and sold a lot more items. I've sold some glasses. I've just sold 3 wooden sculptures for €15 each, so we should be looking good now. I always think if I can save 100 from going out and spending that money on my day off today, and I can make 100, it's double bubble.
So has thrifty Yorkshireman John hit his target?
150 there, plus the shrapnel. We've taken about 172, 174 today, so I'm more than happy with that. It's paid the day. I can take my family out on Sunday for some dinner. I'm happy with that. Muy bien. Gracias.
Just don't try and take them for free fish and chips, John. Instead, John's taken his family for a roadside treat.
They're not queuing here, but this is not famous.
A 3-course meal for €12.
Absolutely beautiful. We've had the starter, now the main course is here. We have a sweet included, bread, everything, all included in the menu of the day. What a bargain. Salute.
8 miles away, back at the Donkey Sanctuary in Mijas, where 20 of the world's 50 million donkeys now reside, Jane and the team are doing their very best to turn muck into brass.
It's a big cost to run Donkey Dreamland, €4,000 a month. It's a huge cost to find every month, so it's a very much hands-on operation.
Bartering poo for fruit and veg is one way to save costs.
We might have come up with something here because obviously the poo for exchange of fruit and veg for the donkeys is absolutely great.
Jane might be struggling to keep a straight face, but it's crucial she keeps her team motivated.
Because there's so much poo every day, there's quite a lot of us that are here today cleaning it.
Time to round up the troops. There's Geordie Kelsey.
It's a lot of hard work working here.
And Norwegian Swede.
I'm a volunteer. As you can see, it's a lot of work in something like this. It's a lot of work that you don't really see, like shuffling poo, and then just taking care of the animals. I saw that they had the new Donkey Dreamland a year ago, and I said, well, why not go and help? Because I love animals. So that's the reason. Not only for the poo shuffling.
Bet Swee and Kelsey would rather be petting cute donkeys.
Yeah, I love him.
I know I would.
He loves cuddles.
Amira, owner of the sanctuary, is helping at the other end. Lunch duty.
Well, now it's time for feeding our 3 females and the baby Luz. He's our first baby donkey born at the sanctuary. He's 5.5 months now, and he's beautiful. We just spread the food like that because it's better for them. It's more natural to put it that way, you know?
And we know you know what more food means.
I wasn't always shoveling poo.
Yep, more number 2. But poo collection isn't the only chore on the list.
So one of the things that we have to do, because of flies, is clean their eyes every day. So we use a spray that Kelsey's got here, which is natural. We make it ourselves, and it is citronella and eucalyptus.
Which works a treat on the donkeys. If they'd just let Kelsey get near.
She normally lets you do it.
She's getting like a bit of a diva.
The Mariah Carey of the donkeys.
This is basically just to clean around the eyes, around this area, just to keep the flies away. The flies are quite attracted to the eyes. This causes them a lot of irritation and, of course, infections. And so it's all about just making it nice and comfortable for them. So obviously this is quite a big cost saver for us to use on the donkeys, using our own antiseptic to keep away the flies.
Saving money hand over hoof.
So this is something that we do with the donkeys daily. We need to brush them. Donkeys don't really get washed. Brushing them is more kind of a way to wash them. It gets rid of anything out the fur, gets rid of any tangles in the fur. Yeah, and I just love it as well.
But back to the poo, the deadline is approaching fast.
So all this stuff now goes onto our poo pile. I work hard, and I do it for the love of the animals. In a short while, Greenling's organic fruit and veg people are going to be arriving, and we're going to be going to do a trade-off for some fruit and veg with them.
There's just time for some last-minute pooper scooping. But now's the time to find out how much cash will it all be worth.
It's almost like we're printing our own money, but with poo.
Back in Benidorm, Medina,
I'm better than I thought.
Mags is launching her new Shot for a Pot promotion
And that's how it's done.
to help raise the money to expand her bar.
This is my cue, which is known as the Black Rod. One of my Spanish friends gave me that 13 years ago, so I'll always keep it. So as you can see, there's not a lot of room behind the bar here, beside the wall here. So that's wee Jimmy, and that's wee Jimmy's big sister. A lot of my customers love playing here.
The promo's simple. Every time Mags pots a shot, her opponent has to buy a drink. So you could say it's win-win for Mags.
Oh, an extra life. Both of them have 1 life and I have 3, so it's looking good for the queen.
You better win this one then, Mags. No pressure.
Well done.
Easy.
Yes. Love owning a barn spoon. It's always what I wanted to do, and I've done it, and I just love it. Oh, too hard!
The situation now is Mags has 3 shots now to win the game. She's just won at this moment.
I want to get away!
Today's pool promotion has been a striking success. Mag's takings have doubled and will help go towards her dream of expanding her bar.
55. Okay, so that's one step closer to my dream nightclub in a couple of years' time. Fantastic.
A little inland in Mihas at the Donkey Sanctuary. The race is on to collect enough poo to swap for free fruit and veg.
Our main priority in the morning is cleaning the poo.
The donkeys have dunged their part. And finally, the poo pile is big enough.
Yeah, it's almost like we're printing our own money, but with poo.
Just in time for the fruit and veg company arriving.
Oh. Yes, hiya, you guys all right? Yeah?
They've done it, but wait, there's more shovelling.
As you can see, this is quite a big operation.
I hope they're going to clean the van after this. Laura and Nathan run a fruit and veg business and will put the poo to good use.
So the plan for all of the manure is to go down into our worm composting facility. So in that way we can grow really healthy, nutritionally dense crops organically.
Helping the donkeys is an added bonus. There's mutual appreciation all round.
Oh God, when they start doing their little singing thing, like the proper kind of when one tries to outbid the other, it's wicked. It's like having a really big rooster. It's brilliant. Don't put that on.
Someone doesn't look impressed.
That was not a good donkey impersonating. Look who's staring at me. Oh God, I'm so sorry.
Well, maybe your fruit and veg will cheer him up, Laura.
So now that's all shoveled in, we've got all of our poo for our worm boxes, so we're gonna go and hand our vegetable box over to Jane now as a big thank you for what they've given us today.
Look at this, amazing.
Well served. There you go, thank you so much. It's gonna be so helpful. So
you're
yeah,
welcome. Look at that. Thank you, Laura. And thank you, Green
Yeah,
Wings.
you're so welcome. Thank you for all the poo.
You're welcome.
Bye,
All the best.
lovely.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
The exchange is complete.
Well, that was a really successful trade-off of the poo. Just to think, for all that free donkey poo, we've got this amazing fruit and veg.
Which is shared between the volunteers and the donkeys.
It's been a really, really hard day today. Lots to do as always, and yeah, I'll be going home to put my feet up. Well, firstly a shower and then put my feet up.
Jane and the volunteers will certainly sleep well tonight.
It's just a day in Donkey Dreamland. I can honestly say I am living the dream.
For many Brits now living on the Costas, one thing they definitely brought with them is their appetite for great British grub.
I won't want nothing now till tomorrow.
Very good portion sizes, as you can tell.
From fish and chips.
Cut chips, little salt, freshly cut chips. Thank you.
Just like home. Absolutely beautiful.
To the full English breakfast.
I had a full English breakfast today.
Bacon and eggs. Well, that was a medium one I had and I couldn't finish it. You say like me, I can finish anything.
God.
None are loved as much as this great British favourite.
It's like home from home. The food is just like what your mum would make.
The roast dinner.
It's my favourite meal. Roast beef, Yorkshire pudding, roast potatoes.
Taste of home, I suppose.
At their seafront restaurant in Fuengirola, the pressure's on Dave and Sue to have a profitable day selling their famous roasts.
How are we? Are we good?
Phew, bookings are starting to pick up.
Started with 11, we've got 16. If we get 4 more, we get to 20, that will be a good day, really, at the minute.
And it's not long before the place starts filling up.
Everyone seems to come in at the same time.
2 glasses of homemade sangria.
It's very rare that it's constant. You'll get one order and then all of a sudden you'll have 5 orders up.
No one's having just cut checks. After all that.
I've had enough.
Never mind, Dave.
A pint isn't enough.
At least the roast orders are flooding in.
How many roasts? We've got 4 left, have we?
I don't know, darling.
Yeah, 4, but they've got to be chicken, I think.
They've got to be chicken, yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're done. Remember that's soft, they just disintegrated. Good job I make extra in it. Ah, another broken one. Good mash.
And Dave's not just having to juggle pots and pans in the kitchen.
This is moving, it's too windy.
Right. Chef, bottle washer, brolly mover, you name it.
Anything as long as the customers are happy, right, Dave? And as he gets back to plating up, Sue's Yorkies are under scrutiny from some tough judges. Yorkshire lasses.
Good old Yorkshire tradition. We take it everywhere we go.
So what's the verdict, ladies?
It's good, awesome food. It's lovely.
And the Yorkshires?
They are fantastic.
They're better than mine, and mine are good.
Ooh, praise indeed.
So, I don't think there's anything left, is it?
No.
Fully sold out. We'll take that at the moment.
23 roasts.
So, hit the magic over 20.
And Sue seems happy enough to have a post-service snack.
Look at how yellow those yolks are.
People weren't really eating starters because it's still hot. I did ask. That was a manic
Manic 4
4
hours.
hours.
Yeah.
There's plenty of dishes, which is good. Money in the till.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers. Dave and Sue keeping their customers well fed and their cost of living topped up for another week.
Happy customers.